Siren Head is a fictional being created by the Canadian artist respectfully known as Trevor Henderson. It is a 12 meters tall humanoid creature with a heavily emaciated, near-skeletal frame covered in dried, mummified flesh. With a color similar to rusted metal. Emaciated being with a pair of sirens. Capable of emitting various noises both natural and man-made. Including sirens, radio broadcasts, white noise, and human voices. She was on vacation with her husband and they were scoping out graveyards on the way, as you do, when she saw it. Rising out of the old cemetery, big as an old, macabre, telephone pole. Was this some kind of bizarre art piece the authorities hadn't gotten wise to yet? Even as she stepped out of the car, the megaphones on its head screeched to life. 9. 18. 1. Child. 17. Remove. Vile. A buzzing, doubled voice screamed random words at her. At this point, it jerked into motion, strutting down the hill towards her. The caption of the first original drawing of Siren. Siren Head is distinctly known for its tall stature, which stands 40 feet tall, and its iconic sirens, which takes the place of its head. This creature is known to be hostile and hunts people as if they were prey, although it usually hangs around in rural towns and wooded areas. The first sighting of it occurred in 1966, when a family on vacation in Arizona desert captured an image of Siren Head. However, it is implied heavily that Siren Head has been around since the beginning of mankind, as it appears in cave paintings. Its limbs are disproportionately long and thin, with arms almost as long as its entire body that ends in huge, bony hands, where a human's head and neck would be as a thin pole of flesh with two sirens attached to them facing in opposite directions, hence its name, and several black wires snaking around its neck and into its upper shoulders, pressed against its abdomen. The speakers are fused to the neck by tendrils of skin and capable of swiveling around, much like the head of an owl. Some images depict Siren Head speakers with toothy, lip-less human-like jaws and a long, retractable thin snake-like tongue, though Henderson has said that the teeth are only visible on a certain radio frequency. Some photographs depict Siren Head as having multiple sirens, or having a street lamp in place of its head. Both of these imply that Siren Head either has the ability to change its appearance to better blend in with its surroundings, or that subspecies of Siren Head exists, which, as confirmed by Trevor, are now deceased. Siren Head isn't a being of a reality, instead Siren Head is much different than us, as it is not limited by our laws of nature. Basically, Siren Head is a constantly changing manifestation, which almost always appears different in the victim's view of Siren Head. The information changes all knowledge we have on Siren Head, which opens various theories about the creature. It is not known how Siren Head came to have sirens in the distant past before actual sirens were invented. Trevor has recently revealed many more facts about Siren Head. It is actually the static form of an unfathomable supernatural entity. Despite its lack of eyes, it can still see. It also has the ability to manipulate technology by playing sounds through other devices. It spends most of its time standing still, but it has the ability to move very fast. Victims of Siren Head have apparently been found with their eyes/eardrums/gums/sinuses burst and bleeding, a description which matches the aftermath of a recent incident where the majority of a town was found killed in this fashion. Weapons such as arrows or spears, basically do not normally work on the entity. It has almost never been spotted in populated areas. Despite the teeth in its speakers, Siren head does not eat, meaning that it may not actually be a predator in the traditional sense, though there is contradictory evidence in this regard. The first sighting of Siren herd occurred in 1966, when a family on vacation in the Arizona desert captured an image of the creature in a graveyard. 20 years later, on July 16, 1995, Chad and his friends were hiking in the woods of Thanyard Creek, where they found Siren head to be lurking. According to Chad, his friends got snatched by something gigantic striding through the trees that mimicked their voices. Chad was found alive with a few injuries, while the friends were gone, either taken or killed by Siren head. In total, there have been 13 reports of Siren head, and all of the stories were released by the victims.